Hello everyone and welcome back to In the Greenhouse, the relaxing little behind the scenes series here with Seri as we talk about our amazing community and our fantastic adventures, and we do some behind the scenes work. As always, please feel free to leave conversation, comments, questions, anything that you might be wondering about down in the comment section below, and then we can continue our dialogue. I love our Greenhouse series because it lets you guys ask so many cool questions. And you have been so amazing. Thank you so much to all of you who watch these and comment and respond, because thanks to you guys specifically, because only I think about 200 people on average watch these videos out of the 8,000 that we have in our community, and that's fine with me because they're meant to be behind the scenes. They're meant to be very personal. I tell a lot about my personal life in these videos because I'm comfortable, because I know the people who come into our Greenhouse series, you guys are here because you want to have a community sense, and that's amazing, and you guys have given me such wonderful help at making the community. I'm so excited thanks to your suggestions and comments about how we've opened up a PO box. Thank you very much, Hannah. You're the one who helped push me to that, and thank you to everyone who's donated and who's become patrons and who's bought things from the Etsy's, because then I could afford the PO box because it was a bit more expensive than I thought to open it. You know, they tell you how much it is a month and you're like, oh, I think I could afford that, and then they tell you about the setup fees and the extra fees and the key fees, and by the time you're done you're like, oh, that's a lot of numbers all at once. Oh goodness, look at this total. Oh my, I think I might have to talk to my darling before I do a purchase this large. This is transferring into, this is a large purchase territory. But I was comfortable being able to do that because of your guys' support. So thank you so much. And let us jump into the greenhouse because I have some very fun news today. Boink. Oh, look at our little plants. Look at these little guys. Oh, they need a little bit of tending. But yes, I've been working in here for a little while trying to get some plants bred up. This lovely beauty right here is actually a very mysterious, in fact, this, boom, fertilized bomb. Take that, you guys. I want some personalized attention. This little one, because it is one of the three bump orchid seeds, like this one right here, that we bought from the supplies. So I don't know what kind of orchid that might be, but we have not even found 2/5 of all of the plants that are available in the game yet. So I bought it. It was $2,000 and it was worth it because I wanted to share it with you guys so we can see what it's going to become. But yes, oh, it's been an amazing day. I also got a real life plant today. A real life plant. It was so exciting. It is being beautiful. The weather is chilly here. I'm used to living in like Texas and the Midwest where it stays pretty hot until it's actually summer or, you know, actually winter, like the dead of winter. It can often stay pretty warm all the way into November and December now. But up here in the mountains of North Carolina, it's cold. It's like just trailing into the middle end of September, and it is cold up here. So that's pretty interesting to me. Big shift, but it's getting chilly. And if we leave the windows open at night, it's almost too cold. It's definitely too cold for my birds, so we have to keep the bird room closed off. Ooh, a little beetle. But it's putting me in the autumn mood. It's really making me think of October, and I'm trying to figure out, I think I might do a Sims Medieval Let's Play for October, because that just seems really cool. And let's grow these, you guys. I want to see them bloom. Ta-da! You guys, we found a new magic plant! You found the fruit of life. The presence of this magic plant makes your other plants robust, resistant to infection, and bloom vigorously. This effect is automatic and permanent. The plant has been repotted in a golden pot and moved to your nursery. Oh my gosh, the fruit of life? Which one is it? Is it this one? Mellow Rare Oak? Is it you? Oh my gosh, look at those oaks. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Look at this, look at this, look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh, do I have more of those seeds? I think it was this mix right here that did it, because the oak trees come in these kinds of seed shapes, and I think it was this guy. Are you to blame? Are you the amazing tree of life? Wow, that's the most exciting thing ever. Sorry, that blew me away. I had no idea that was coming. Oh, I thought it was this one for just a second, but no, it's the Tree of Life. Well, dang, you know what? If it's the Tree of Life, I'm gonna charge 200 buckaroos for it. And let's see if it sells for that much. And also, let's combine it with this, with this bamboo. And combine it with that glaber up there. And I wonder what happens if we mix these two. Let's keep you and crossbreed you with the other fabled bush. We've got two out of the 5 mystical plants in our little greenhouse now. Ooh, I think we need to propagate that viola because we need those viola flowers. And everyone else, out you go. Off into the world to bring us the moolah. And we'll be back to check on this and see what it blooms into in just a minute. Oh, that was exceptionally exciting. But yeah, you know what? Now, you know, we've got our virtual Tree of Life, and it's very autumny. See, it's got that autumn color and the gold hues, and I was in the mood to splurge on a $3 plant at Walmart. I'm so tight with my money and I'm so disciplined with my spending habits. I couldn't believe that I was going to dare do something like splurge on a plant at Walmart, even though I love buying plants. It's my favorite thing to do, is fill my house with plants. And so I went and I got a mum. Not only did I get a plant, but I got a mum, which is only going to be around for like 1 season and then it dies off. If I do normally buy plants, it's plants that are like house plants or bamboo or things that come back year after year. So it's really out of character for me to buy a plant that's going to die in a month. But I'm excited. It's a beautiful mum. I think they're gorgeous. It's in a pot, a beautiful purple pot. It's a deep maroon color, like kind of like the leaves of our Tree of Life right here. But yeah, it's a beautiful mum plant, and it's in a pot on my porch now, and it totally makes me unbelievably thrilled. This is my first like apartment where it's just me and my darling, not living with family or living with my employer as a nanny. I'm just me and my darling, and so it's my first porch plant that is specifically bought just to be decorative because I know it's gonna die, and it's not worth it to save seeds for the mum. But actually what I'm planning on doing is drying a whole bunch of the mum flowers, and I've learned there's this really cool crafty technique you can do. Yay, the plants are selling! Where you can dry flowers or dry herbs and then crush them up and mix them with clay, and it makes for really amazing effects if you do it right. So I'm very excited, and I'm gonna try it out, so I might be able to make some unique clay things out of my mum flowers. And it sounds kind of weird, and it's not like it gives it any special effect. It just adds a different kind of coloration and texture and some flaking into the clay pieces. But the article that I was reading the tutorial on how to do it from pointed out that it is a really great way to make jewelry out of plants that are very special to you, like wedding bouquets, for example. You can dry the flowers from a wedding bouquet and you can like turn it into a little art piece or a little statue piece, and then you always kind of have a little memento from that. And the artist also mentioned it's great if you have like a grandmother who you love who passes away, and you can go out and collect some of her flowers from her garden if she has one, you know. Both of mine, well, one of my grandmothers was an avid gardener, and the other one, she's not so much. She was a hula dancer. She just likes to sit and kind of be in her cozy chair now and smile at everyone. Oh, she's so funny. Tutu lady always leaves her head, like her hearing aids off, and just nods at you and pretends she's listening to you because she hates the little noise they make in her ears. So you'll hold a conversation with her for like an hour and think that she's listening to you, and then someone will catch her and she'll be like, "Tutu lady," and then she'll like be all silly and she'll be like, "Ah, I love you anyway," you know. She's so funny. And even at her old age, she's still able to squeeze you so hard when she hugs you. It's big Hawaiian hugs, it cracks your ribs. Oh, she's awesome. But yeah, like you can take flowers from, say, your grandmother's garden or maybe a vacation, dry them and turn them into like clay art, clay jewelry. And I thought that was very, very nice because they do that thing now where you can take a loved one who's passed away, or perhaps a beloved animal who's passed away, and if they happen to be cremated, oh yay, and our last one sold. Oh, that's kind of an odd. Wow! I know we're jumping all around the place. One second I'm talking about cremation, and the next second I'm talking about like gorgeous flowers, but wow! Oh my gosh, I had no idea. What a big plant day. Holy moly. Oh my goodness, I need to stop jumping topics so much. I feel so weird having jumped from like talking about cremation to admiring the plants. But yeah, so like my grandfather passed away earlier this year in February. And actually, believe it or not, making zoo crafting videos every day, I was still determined not to miss a day. And it wasn't so much because of workaholicism. It just really helped me to not miss a single day of doing zoo crafting when we were preparing his funeral and preparing him and everything, because it was a great way to distract myself in a healthy manner, not in an unhealthy manner, just to keep everything moving. So that was really helpful. But one of the decisions we had to make was what to do. Is that it? Is that it? No, that's not it. Ooh, I hope I propagated that puppy. One of the decisions we had to make was what to do with his cremated remains. And one of the things that my mom learned is that you do have the option of turning cremated remains into a diamond. And I actually think that's really beautiful. And we thought seriously about it. In the end, we will do it in the future. If we can. It's just outside of our budget by far to turn grandpa into diamond, and then you can put it into a piece of jewelry. And it sounds very beautiful to me. Maybe not for every culture, definitely not for everyone. And I feel like maybe that's something that you need to start writing into your will. You know, please do not turn me into diamond if you don't want to become like a family heirloom. And I mean, that presents its own problems, because now that you've got an heirloom and it's like a diamond necklace or a diamond ring, and that was like great grandma, like what do you do with it? And what if you lose it? Oh man, that would be even more dramatic. But you know, those things just kind of fascinate me. So I thought the flower thing, when I read that, was kind of a neat touch, where you could take something and it's almost like imbuing its essence into art, into a memento of something that's impermanent, like a flower or a person, and turning it into something permanent, like a jewelry piece. And not in a cliche or cheap way either. I don't mean to sound insulting or insult anyone when I say those things. But yeah, so that's what I plan on doing with my mums. Oh, I'm doing the rambling thing again. I'm so sorry, guys. You really get to peek inside my head, just see how we zip around all over the place when we do these greenhouse episodes. So I'm gonna focus this time. Okay. What is the most dangerous thing I have ever done? From Jazzy Cat. That's a very good question. Personally, I feel the most dangerous thing I ever did was walk across the mile-high bridge at Grandfather Mountain, which is some ways away from my home, but it's a bridge that's a mile above the sea level. It is not actually a mile in the sky, and it's probably only like a 200-foot drop, like over the part that the bridge spans, but I am terrified of heights. I am so afraid of heights that one of the things I am most scared of is escalators, and I will go into a cold sweat and my knees give out when I get on an escalator. It is a complete biological response. I have tried so hard to talk myself through not being scared of escalators, but there's something about that feeling of like you're standing on your own 2 feet, you're wobbling, the ground is moving under you, you're going higher and higher and higher. That just makes me, I'm already in a cold sweat just thinking about it. So personally, my body memory says that the most dangerous thing I ever did was walk across the bridge at the Mile High place, even though there were children and old people walking much, much faster than I was, bouncing, jumping, twirling across this bridge so high up on the sky. Oh my gosh. And they were fine. And I was the one who was pale and shaky and going to pass out. So I think that's the most dangerous thing I ever did, even though it wasn't actually dangerous. Realistically, and this is a very serious answer, and I debated not saying anything about this at all, but realistically, the most dangerous thing I ever did was stay in a bad relationship. And one day I may talk about that some more, work with certain groups to try to bring awareness about that. But yeah, the most dangerous thing I ever did was think that I had to stay in a very, very bad relationship for many years. And If I am being honest about when my life would have ever truly been in danger, it would have been when I was still with that person, constantly. That would have been when my life was most in danger. So one day I'll talk about that much more serious subject, but not until I can do it with eloquence and in a way where anyone who hears me talk about that and needs help, like I once needed help, can find it. That's another part of me that I've actually not discussed on my channel ever before. That I'm a huge activist for domestic violence safety, and I used to spend copious amounts of my time volunteering, even in little ways, for a group called Rose Burks out in Kansas City, who have one of the biggest and most amazing centers for domestic violence that I have ever seen. I love them. I wish I would have been aware of them when I needed them. I wasn't, but I'm here now and I'm alive. And honestly, if I think what's the most dangerous thing I ever did, it's that relationship. And I wish I could say something more lighthearted and fun, like, oh, you know, when I was being chased by a tiger. But no, animals and the natural world have never threatened my life in the way that other humans have. Truly, that other humans have. So that's the most dangerous thing I ever did. And if you're listening, then and you feel that reverberate within yourself, then you know who you are, and there's help out there. And I just hope you can hear that. And one day I hope I can talk more about that and provide more help. But today is not that day, because I'm still excited about my mums, still excited about our new plants. Why aren't you buying this? Every time they don't buy it, I feel like I have to get in here. Is it that? Whoops, nope, that wasn't it. And like hunt for any dead leaves hiding behind there. Okay, let's see if we can prune back a few of these. No, that's not it. Okay, I want to stop now. I'm cutting off all the healthy stuff. And look at these flowers. Oh, they're just so beautiful. I am so happy about those flowers. This is just amazing. We managed to get ourselves another one of the rare plants. And we've also scored some beautiful new orchid. Today is a very good day, my friends. Today is a very good day. All right, let's tuck this over here. We're gonna hunt this. Ooh, we've got some new plants. Ooh, we've got some things going on over here. Apparently that's not worth anything, so we'll just let that go. Put this here. Don't know what else to do with that viola. Oh, we didn't do anything with this fan leaf. Let's combine it with this lily and see what happens. Or this lila orchid. Ooh, there's so many new seeds to try out. I am so excited. Alright, so let's pop back in the nursery, and I will answer something more lighthearted to balance out that very serious question. And don't worry, Jazzy Cat, that was a great question, and I've actually kept it in my list for probably a week or two now, trying to figure out what to answer, because every time I was like, well, I don't want to go too serious for them. But at the same time, I wanted to be honest, and that's my honest answer of the most dangerous thing that's ever happened in my life. And it was another person who I loved and who loved me, but not in a healthy way. So like I said, one day we'll talk about that when we're bigger and I can speak out about it more, and I can try to work with certain groups so that I can bring more awareness to what goes on. But for now, we're going to look over Ronnie's question of what is your favorite ruminant animal? And ruminant basically means like the hooved, like think cows, sheep, goats. Think 2 stomachs to 4 stomachs. How interesting is that there are animals out there with multiple stomachs? Isn't that just so cool? Oh man, and I don't know if that bamboo is gonna sell. I don't think the bamboo is going to sail off to sea, that's for sure. But we'll have to see if it sells and someone buys it. That's better. But my favorite ruminant is actually cows. They're so sweet. Most of the bovines I've met in real life are very sweet, very friendly, laid-back animals, and I really, really like them. I like them a lot. And actually, I have a thing for cows. Like I made up a whole bunch of different species of cows. This is actually a great thing behind the scenes. Do you guys know why the banner on our channel page is what it is? The answer is going to be probably no, because no one's ever seen those cows before. Those are actually, other than a couple of them, those are custom cows that I made up for a Harvest Moon role-playing site that I used to run. The Choco Swirl cow and the Calico cow and all of those different cows, and I loved it. And there's a breeding system in Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life that lets you breed different types of cows. And I thought that was wonderful. So when we made our form, I made a whole bunch of custom breeds of cows. And the Choco Swirl cow, who gives you chocolate milk, was one of those. The Goddess cow, who has a flower growing on her head and gives you really high quality milk, is another one of those. And actually, they are things that I want to add in our server one day. Like, I really want to learn how to create those sorts of things so that we can have custom animals on our server. And yes, the cows are actually part of that. So you might learn a lot more about them in the future, and I might have a lot more to say about them. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm so excited. It has been an amazing flower day. Look at all these new flowers, the new orchids, new everything. I'm gonna try to clear these guys out so I can actually get to some of your questions. I'm so sorry, you guys. I keep getting distracted and excited. So I will answer more questions and hopefully one day get a chance to tell you more about the amazing cows of my old moss leaf world. But, ooh. What? 14? What? That's not a good cross. Get out of here. Get out of here. But for now, we will continue going on our adventures and exploring, and I hope you guys are enjoying everything that we've got going on in the channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. So bye-bye!